in Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah, Las Vegas.
They
just lost Liz Cambage. R.I.P., by the way, to the people who are Las Vegas Aces fans out there in the WNBA, because Liz Cambage, hacha. She, of course, split, went to the L.A. Sparks, because if you look like her, you want to be in Los Angeles. Nevertheless, let's say you don't give a fat frog's ass or even know who I'm talking about. Maybe you're just an OG Vegas Aces fan. Derica Hamby is on Team Walton for the Ruffles All-Star Celebrity Game next weekend. She's a forward for the Aces. A friend of mine texts me and goes, hey, got a family trip in Vegas coming up this summer. Any recommendations? And I'm like, I was in the Bellagio pool the whole time.
Right.
I am no expert in Vegas. It was 116 when we went. We were mostly in the pool. We tried to go out at night when it was cooler, when it was only 106. So I'm like, we didn't do a whole lot of exploring. I would love to be able to offer
okay
more.
With that though,
No, it's great. But I literally didn't have any information to offer. There's people who spend half their life in Vegas and can really give you the nooks and crannies. I don't know any of those people, but
you went to that frauds museum.
Went to the Zach Bagans Mystery House or whatever. That's right.
That's the
yes,
fraud I
my
was
wife's a
talking
big fan, and so yeah. Hey, it was cool in there. It was only like 95 degrees in there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
My boyfriend and I are going on vacation to Arizona at the beginning of April. His parents have a house there. And I'm very much so like, I'm not doing any comedy on this vacation. They have a house that has like a community pool. I was like, dude, let's post up by the pool. Let's just relax. But he is not that kind of vacation person. He's very much like already planning what we're going to do. And yeah, okay, well, we'll rest by the pool this day, but then we're going to do this, and this. And I'm like, oh, can we please just lay around? Like, that's all I ever want to do. If I have a vacation with no comedy, that's all I want to do.
Yeah, my wife is a good planner too, but she's like, here's one thing we'll do that day.
Yeah.
Not a bunch of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be rushing from one thing to the next thing. Like, we got to hurry up and get to this so we don't miss our time. Like, I'm lay around during the day, go out at night.
Yeah.
Then get back and just take it easy. I don't like too many activities.
I don't mind seeing the city I'm in, like going to a restaurant or a coffee shop or doing like an activity during the day and then going back and like taking a nap and like kind of laying low.
Oh, love a vacation nap.
Oh, vacation naps are the best.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Because
don't
you have
do
no
vacation.
alarm. You don't have to
think
be
it's wasting your
anywhere.
time?
You don't have to be anywhere. So you can kind of just drift in and out of sleep for an hour and it's kind of like, meh,
Listen,
okay.
I'm not against it. I just don't, I don't know that it occurs to me to take a nap on
You don't
a vacation.
get sleepy after you're in the sun all day? Like if you spend the day at the pool and then you take a shower and you kind of just lay down for a little while?
Well, everyone's on coke, so no.
This guy, everyone's on coke?
We're not going to, both of us who don't drink or do drugs are going to be on coke alone in Arizona.
You're not vacationing? You're not vacationing.
I don't think so.
When you were on Isla Mujeres, Poundcake, was everybody on coke?
I wasn't, no.
That's not what I asked.
Was it
I don't know.
everybody?
I didn't drug test people. I don't know what they were doing.
You would know if your friends were coked. Son of a bitch. He, acting all...
So I can work longer.
I just know I couldn't nap because
So I
people
can
would beat
earn
me.
more. So I can do more coke. I do coke. So I can work longer. So I can earn more. So I can do more coke.
But you don't know if the people that you were with were all coked up.
No idea. Mm-hmm. Somehow, some way, we just didn't get COVID. So I don't know what they did. I don't know what they put in their bodies. I know there was a lot of alcohol involved.
Yeah. No, I'm sure at some point over the traveling we've done, I always think of like when we went to Paris, you sleep for a day when you get there.
Yeah, well, that's
Because of the
just
jet lag and
yeah.
everything. It's just like you sleep for 12 hours as soon as you get to the hotel. But like if you're in Mexico or something, sleeping in the middle of the day.
Yeah, you'd lay in
seems
the
like a
sun
waste.
all day.
It seems like a waste.
I will be at the pool on a trip like that. I'll be at the pool from like 10 a.m. till 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Or at the beach or whatever, and then come in, take a shower, take a nap, and then get up and get ready for dinner or whatever we're gonna do.
Okay.
At night.
Especially you do the shower, sex, then nap.
Yes.
Oh.
Because now you're clean.
Yeah.
You're sleepy from the sun. And you're like, take a nice long
I guess
nap.
we did that in Vegas one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and probably Jamaica we did that. Yeah, okay.
But you're a little horny from the coke.
Yeah,
Right.
obviously.
But nothing works.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
what
so
a
you just
conundrum.
mush things together.
Until you fall
take a
asleep.
nap.
When I was in Jamaica, I did sex and then everything else. I don't remember.
I just think that depending on where you're going, if you're in a city, it's a little different because you're walking everywhere and that will tire a lot of people out. But like Arizona, there's parks and hiking and
Well, that was the thing, is that the one thing we are talking about doing is taking a couple days, like going to his parents' house in Arizona and then going to the Grand Canyon for a few days maybe, because neither of us have ever been to the Grand Canyon.
yeah, I've never been there.
So that is like a bucket list for both of us. So we're like, maybe that'll be something we do, and not necessarily hike. I don't know what you do at the Grand Canyon other than look at it and take pictures.
When I went, the most popular attraction was getting yelled at by my dad.
Can you do that for us?
I'm not going to ask him.
It was just record something. And have,
Yeah, there you go.
What, yelling at you for what?
Just being kids. Trying to have fun.
Yelling at you for being kids.
Yeah, he was like, get away from the edge. What are
Well,
you doing over there?
Yeah, he doesn't want his child to fall into the
Why are
Grand
you guys looking at the majesty of the Grand Canyon? You're just over there on your video games.
I thought you said when you went to the Grand Canyon, you couldn't really see anything. It was a bunch.
That's
it was real
also a part of
cloudy.
it, too.
You were like, I can't see.
But he still
nothing.
tried to make us enjoy it.
Is it too grand? Is that the...
No, we couldn't. There was
fog.
there was fog. So you,
Oh, really?
You can see
like,
in.
over the lip, you could see about 3 feet down, and then you're like, and then it's fog.
Fog in the Grand Canyon.
Yeah. It was weird. It was very weird.
But I would imagine because it's so tourist heavy, there are probably like alerts you can get for that. Paid a lot of fog at the Grand Canyon today.
Everyone brings one of those little personal
know,
fans
this-
they give you at Cedar Point, and you just blow the fog away.
With the foam blades on it.
Yeah.
It was like 1996, so I don't know where you get those alerts.
No. I mean, oh, yeah. Well, you're right about that. But also, I thought a lot of these national parks, they'll have signs that'll change every day. Like, hey, today,
but we're there already. Like, oh, we
Yeah,
got
where are you
here.
gonna go?
Oh, they put up the fog sign.
You drove there from
there you go.
Ohio.
It's like
yeah.
it's like Edgewater Live.
Yeah.
Water quality good today. You know.
Nobody get in the water. Your feet will burn off. There's a red flag out there.
I love that. It's like water quality, and then someone's just like, okay, it's okay. It's not great, but it's good enough.
We got to see part of it, and it's. I don't know. I felt like because it was such a slow reveal, it was kind of a letdown. You go, okay, so some of the fog's finally going away. You're like, well, it's a big ditch. I mean, it's real big.
And you never went back.
No.
It's a big ditch.
Have people gone?
Bill, you've got to see the Grand Canyon. I went. It was foggy. All right?
was
No,
foggy
we're going to
and
go
then-
again. It's foggy.
Have people gone down?
So it's literally the luck of the draw.
I mean,
if you
that's
get to
how
the Grand-
weather works. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying. I mean,
I feel like we went there, like, that was not the norm.
And there were no weather apps and stuff in 1996.
No.
You just had to go and hope.
no, you had television forecasters, same as you do now. They go, hey, especially that part of the country with so many tourists, you think they go, tomorrow's going to be a foggy day if you're going to the Grand
I don't
Canyon.
know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how we did it before apps.
I don't know.
I just wondered if out there they had something like that.
They may have. I was a kid,
Yeah.
so I wasn't paying attention to any of that.
Clearly, if they did have it, your dad didn't look at it.
Right.
He was busy yelling at you guys. So it is your fault.
I
You were
remember.
distracting him from the weather report.
So we drove all the way out there from Cleveland to Arizona. We had
How long did that take?
forever.
4 days.
My brother, my youngest brother, would get car sick. So he
guy.
basically was puking a lot to the point where we were
You're like annoyed by it.
make sure Steve's got the trash bag, and he'd just puke into a bag. And then every time we'd stop, he would throw out the bag and pull out a new one, those hefty bags. And then on the my dad was so sick of this trip by the time we got home. I remember we went to we stopped at a fast food restaurant, and people were ordering things, and we were all saying what we wanted.
Yeah.
And he goes, "No, I'm gonna order. That's what you're gonna get. That's what you're gonna eat. I'm sick of spending money. I'm sick of you guys. So this is what we're doing."
So why do all that driving if you know you're all going to... That's what I never figured out.
Because
families know how they interact. So why would you pack everybody into the
No way.
car?
Because 7 kids is to
Yeah,
fly
I
us all
guess.
out
Yeah,
there
yeah, okay.
is so much money too. So
Yeah.
he just wanted us to all go out there. my great grandma was on her last legs. He's got a lot of family out there, so we spent a lot of time with family. And overall, I feel like we had a good trip. But I just know I remember how annoyed he was and like picking up on it because he wasn't really a yeller. He was more of a like you'd say it and you'd be scared because you could the tone.
Yeah.
So even if he wasn't really yelling at us at the Grand Canyon, just hearing him say anything, we knew, like, okay, Dad's talking. It means we got to listen and do what he says.
Recreational weed in Arizona, too.
Hey.
Tell Mary, you go to the Grand Canyon, you take that mule burro ride to the bottom of the canyon, you go swimming in the river.
No.
You don't want to take a burro?
Maybe. I don't know.
Bring on the burros.
I don't know what we'll do.
Yeah, it's called a donkey show, right?
No. I'm also more of a, I don't know.
Mule person?
Yeah, I'm more of a mule person.
I prefer a mule
Big
to
fan
a
of ginger
burro.
beer, you know?
Uh-huh. Hey, Pilot Ryan.
Hey, how's it going? Hate the show as always.
What's going on, man? How are you?
Not much. It's actually talking about air driving through there now, and I cannot recommend, going to Sedona enough. Add that to your itinerary.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
Sedona.
Arizona.
Get some peyote and then go to Sedona.
It is one of the most beautiful places on the planet, maybe even more so than the Grand Canyon itself.
Is it more
And then also
beautiful,
Flagstaff.
Ryan, is it more beautiful than Northeast Ohio
No way.
in the winter?
That's all. I grew up with all four seasons, and so snow has a soft spot in my heart, so
Yeah.
it's tough to answer that one.
Did you go to Red Rock Park?
Sedona. No, isn't that in Colorado?
No, it's in Sedona.
Oh, yes, actually, yes. There's Cathedral Rock, Bell Rock, a whole bunch of different places.
Yeah, like the Holy Cross Chapel's out there. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. We spend most of our time around Cathedral Rock and Bell Rock. Again, great spots. You walk and hike along, like the dried riverbeds, or sometimes they might have water in them. It's just absolutely unreal.
Mary's friend would love it because it's a big birding community.
She's a freak. I'm sure she already knows everything about it.
Yeah, big birders out there. It's a murder out in Sedona. Did you get into the vortex?
Then,
Did you do the whole peyote vortex thing or no?
No, I didn't see any vortexes. We were there late in the afternoon.
Vortices.
I think you can only see those either late in the evening or early in the morning.
Yeah, because the rocks are red and the plants are green, baby. It's like Frankenmuth, Michigan, Christmas year-round. Oh, beautiful. Okay, hey,
And
thanks.
then,
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, one last thing. I actually decided to take Mary's suggestion and try some In-N-Out burger.
Dude.
And she was actually right.
So good.
Game-changing. It was...
Nobody's lying to you about In-N-Out. Anybody who's on the fence about In-N-Out, it is as advertised.
It is so good.
Yeah.
It was. I will admit I was a little biased. I'm more privy to Whataburger myself, but In-N-Out, it paid off.
Whataburger's good, too. Whataburger's open 24 hours, I think. What were you saying, Bill?
We'll see. I thought it was funny that it's almost like he just heard of In-N-Out from Mary.
He might have.
No one's ever heard of this.
He does a lot of traveling.
Yeah, I know.
He just never tried it, right?
I think it's crazy that if you travel that much, you haven't tried In-N-Out burger.
Out of all these...
But then you see what Mary, the way she moans to the point of getting demonetized.
I'm so mad. Yeah, Instagram demonetized that video and said it went against their...
Why?
It said it went against their community guidelines.
Of what, eating?
I think
Everybody on social media is eating.
I have no idea. I think maybe because I pulled my belly out at the end, or I don't know what it is, but they demonetized that one.
That should have absolutely been against their community guidelines. Jesus, whipping that thing out. Okay, hey, thanks, Ryan. Be careful out there.
Have a good one.
You
Catch y'all
too.
next time.
Thank you, pal. There's Marion eating a friggin'
So good. They demonetized that one, the In-N-Out burger video.
because you took your stomach out.
They don't tell you why. They just say it goes against the community guidelines. Here's a list of the guidelines. So there's
happened to one of my videos.
There's
too.
75 things that it can go against.
Did you go down the list?
Yeah, but none of them make any sense to me. They also demonetized the one that I posted of me falling off the stage. They demonetized that one, saying that
Now-
it went over the community guidelines.
Let me ask you this, with all due respect to both of you.
Here we go. What? Alan.
How much money were you really going to make?
On Instagram,
Pretty good money.
Both those
What
videos
does
had
that
over
mean?
20,000 views.
But what does that mean?
I'd say probably at least.
I mean, it adds up.
I don't know
We
how
don't
to-
know how much we make per video, but like, I made over $300 last month on Instagram just from posting videos.
But if one post gets demonetized,
But
how
it's
much do you
always the
think you'll
ones
lose?
that
If
have
it's
the
one that has
most.
the most views, then that's a bummer.
So as long as it stays up, you're still racking up coin on it.
No, I mean it's still posted, but they don't have to pay you for those ones.
Yeah, they took away your monetization, so they're not going to take the
No,
video
what I'm
down.
saying is like one that they don't take down or whatever. As long as that's up there and still racking up views, you get money. Okay.
But you would want to get more money, especially when it's a more popular video.
So the things that'll get you demonetized, prohibited behaviors like engagement bait, wanting people to click on it, yada yada. Consumption of inedible substances. Maybe that's what it was for the In and Out. Showing,
It looked very edible.
yeah, showing graphic content, consumption of drugs, tobacco, or alcohol, disrobing or other sexual behavior. That's why I was like, maybe.
Disrobing.
But it was just
You
my
weren't wearing a
stomach.
robe?
You're right. So that's BS, man. Misinformation, misleading medical information, unoriginal content, debated social issues. So if you talk about race, gender, national origin,
Wait,
age.
unoriginal content?
So if you're
posting
copying
somebody
somebody
else.
else's stuff, yeah.
Guys, I'm sorry. We got to take this down. This was done
So
25 years
unoriginal.
ago. Hedberg did this on Letterman. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, these ones make sense. They, polarizing or inflammatory sexual orientation, socioeconomic
I'm surprised
class.
anything stays up.
Yeah, well, and then it's like death, physical injury, mental disabilities, illness, physical abuse, sexual abuse, emotional abuse, property
Physical
damage.
injury. There's all kinds of people
This is what I'm
face planting on
saying.
their skateboards.
Substance abuse, threats, advocating for harm, trafficking, theft, vandalism, trespassing, corruption, fraud, bribery, insider
Those
trading,
are all the fun things.
embezzlement, hacking, copyright infringement.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
It's all stupid. But there's a whole...
But there's no way to know what that video.
They don't tell you what it is.
your video did. Like they don't say specifically why your video is not being demonetized, which is weird.
Did the one where you fell off the stage get demonetized for flagrant mockery of safety protocols?
Might be. I think that one was flagged for profanity, to be honest with you, because there's a lot of F-bombs in that one.
You can't have profanity on Instagram?
Profanity, derogatory words, slurs, sexual words, innuendos, crude gestures, or vulgar motions.
Is there any chance that somebody reported your belly to Instagram?
That's also a chance.
Yeah. Hey, Chet.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up, pal? How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Hanging in there.
Good, good. Mary, I want to give you a few suggestions where to go when you're in Arizona.
Okay.
Brian was right. On your way to the Grand Canyon, Sedona is a phenomenal place to visit. There's a river called Salt River, just outside of Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you rent an inner tube, and it's like and they school bus you up the mountain, and it's like a 4-hour ride on an inner tube on the river.
Nice.
It's really, really relaxing.
Yeah, I bet. I'm going to write this down, actually.
And climb Camelback Mountain.
Okay.
In Scottsdale.
Okay.
You'll get a mile-high view of the whole valley.
If you just want a high, you might not want that elevation. If you want a half-mile view, climb Camel Toe Mountain.
Yes.
Just make sure you wear the right shoes for that one.
Oh, exactly.
You don't want to get stuck in the middle.
I wore hiking shoes, so
Okay. Thank you.
no problem.
All good tips, Chet. Thank you, pal.
Okay.
There you go. Oh, I will have a good one. Well, there you go. Those are good tips.
Arizona tips. Well, and we were going to plan on going to like a, what's it called out there? Not preseason, kind of preseason. Spring training game.
Spring training game
But we're
in
not
Goodyear.
sure if it'll be happening or not.
Right.
So,
Well, especially since the season starts in March.
oh my God, what an idiot.
March 31st, Mary, is when it starts.
Yeah, we specifically did it the first week of April. So
Yeah. Turns out you are going to miss spring
what
training,
a moron.
Either way,
but you'll catch them on summer training
Not spring training.
if they happen to be there.
you can just go to a Diamondbacks game.
We'll just take naps. Forget it. Forget I even mentioned it. Vacation's canceled.
And just like that, to use a modern parlance, the vacation is over. I got to take a break. I will have those NBA crossover session passes for you. I got a 4-pack of tickets for one of these sessions during All-Star Weekend right downtown at Public Auditorium. So we'll hook you up for that. Another chance for you to grab some money is on the way, too.